Personally, yeah, I want to make a lot of money, right? That's the whole point of business. But I don't want to just make a lot of money and then work my butt off and have no time. I want to be able to make as much money per hour as possible. So I want to share the things I've outsourced, which have allowed me. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here. Welcome back to another episode of the E2A Flippers podcast. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk about 7 things that I've outsourced in my eBay to Amazon business. Now, over the last 2 years, I've flipped almost 20,000 products for close to $1 million in the last year. In 2023, I did close to 700K. I think I ended at like 648,000, about $150,000 profit. And I want to share what I've outsourced in my business because for me, personally, yeah, I want to make a lot of money, right? That's the whole point of business. But I don't want to just make a lot of money and then work my butt off and have no time. I want to be able to make as much money per hour as possible. So I want to share the things I've outsourced, which have allowed me, literally in 2023, I was working 5 to 10 hours a week max on my business. And again, I'm not here to toot my own horn. I'm just sharing what I've done and what I've outsourced because maybe this will motivate or inspire you, or maybe it'll help you kind of understand that maybe you're working a lot in your business, but you can outsource a lot of it, especially if you're doing eBay to Amazon, online arbitrage, wholesale. A lot of this is outsourceable, if that's even a word. Is outsourceable a word? I'm talking to Zach behind the camera. But let's get right into the video. So number one, and this was probably the most important thing that I outsourced, probably the hardest thing, and I've got my notes right here if you're wondering, is sourcing. I've outsourced sourcing to 2 virtual assistants. Big shout out to Jane and Gia in the Philippines. They are amazing. My life would be hell if I didn't have them. They literally do all my sourcing for me off of my Replin List, leads list, my Replin software that I built, Flip Mine. I mean, they are just fantastic. So outsourcing, sourcing is one of those things where you first have to understand how to source, because you can't outsource something unless you become a master at something or how to get the results. So, I sourced myself entirely for probably the first year or so, but I started to outsource the majority of my sourcing probably a year and a half ago, maybe more. I've been doing this almost 3 years ago, and now they source like 99% of my items. So sourcing is number one. Yes, you can outsource your sourcing. Yeah, I know that's a lot of sourcing, but it's huge because sourcing takes a lot of time. It's the heart of your business. You're only going to make money based on how well you source, how many items you source, the ROI, the profit, sell-through rate, so on and so forth. But that's number one. Number two, and this has been a game changer so far in 2024. Now, I think I'm going on 4 or 5 months of working with a prep center, which is number two, but I outsourced my prep. This has been a relief. I can't even tell you. I used to have 20, 30, 40, 50 packages showing up at my house every day because I'm an E2A flipper. And it's been so great to not have to bring all the boxes in every day, open the boxes, scan everything, list everything, ship everything, deal with just all the nuances of prep. So yeah, starting in 2024, I sent everything to the prep center. Now I haven't even seen a product in, almost 2 months now at the time of this recording. And it's been great. There's been pros and cons. Sometimes the prep center is a little bit slow. There's obviously a fee. I pay about $1.50 per item, but it's actually cheaper than what I was paying prepping myself, having a couple employees come to the house. So yeah, that's been great. Not having to touch products, not having to see products. Again, there's pros and cons to it. I've got some videos coming, but that's number two. That's the second thing, probably one of the biggest things I outsourced that, is definitely making me happy. Number three, repricing. So a lot of folks think that they have to reprice everything themselves. You don't. You can actually train somebody to do this for you. Now you could either A, automate a software like Be Cool to do it for you, but there's always a maintenance part of it. You have to update things, change things, liquidate things. I have one of my virtual assistants who goes into Be Cool, updates things, changes rules, so on and so forth. But that's been great because I'll tell you right now, if you want to increase your sales and do nothing else, reprice your inventory. Reprice, reprice, reprice. I can't say it enough. It's so important. Get a good repricer. I use Be Cool. You can check out Be Cool, rakeandprofit.com/BeCool to get an extended 30-day trial. There's a lot of other ones out there. Just reprice your freaking inventory. I can't say it enough. Number four, I've outsourced, this is something that I hate, fixing stranded inventory, which is part of selling on Amazon, and fixing high pricing errors, okay? So big shout out to Iran. She's on my team. She does all of this for me. She's part-time, so she's not full-time, but anytime inventory becomes stranded, there's lost shipments, high pricing errors. If she has to open up cases with Amazon, she deals with all of this. I hate stuff like that. I don't even like talking about it. It's like one of those things. But yeah, big shout out to Iran. She does all of that. It's something that you could certainly outsource. Number 5, bookkeeping. I don't do any of my own bookkeeping. We do have 3 bookkeepers now. We have 2 in the Philippines and we have 1 in the States that works a bit closer to my CPA, but all of my bookkeeping, my numbers, even updating all my KPIs, all of my reports is done by 2 virtual assistants in the Philippines, which essentially brings it to the person in the States on QuickBooks, so on and so forth. I won't bore you with all the details, but I've outsourced all the bookkeeping, obviously taxes. I don't do my own taxes, nor do I have the knowledge to do it, but that's been huge. Number 6, customer service. So the good thing is I'm FBA. If you're an FBA seller, there's not a ton of customer service, but there is, a little bit. Sometimes you're going to get a message inside your Amazon Seller Central portal. I don't know why. Sometimes Amazon kicks it to you, or sometimes you need like negative feedback removed. I mean, there's a couple little customer service things I've outsourced that I have somebody who I've given user access to in my Amazon account. They go in, they check everything. They even check performance notifications, keep me updated, check my email, so on and so forth. But that's been great. And then last but not least, I'm sure I have more things that I've outsourced, updating my Replin list. I can't say this enough. If you are flipping from eBay to Amazon or traditional online arbitrage, matter of fact, it doesn't even matter what model you're doing. When you sell an item on Amazon, if it was a successful flip and you made a good profit, it turned quickly, it's something you want to source again, you should have a Replin list, okay? You should have a Google Sheet that tracks everything, okay? So we've built some automated software now that really helps to not have to do everything so manual, and hopefully that will be coming soon. It's a really great software that I'm excited for eBay to Amazon flippers. But, since, it's not available, you should 100% regardless have a Google Sheet to track all your replens, have links directly to purchase it, tracking your ASINs, your target buy price, so on and so forth, your stock, how much you want to have in stock. I mean, I can't say it enough. It's a game changer. Jane and Gia, again, big shout out to them. They update my Replin list. They keep it all up to date and make sure it's nice and clean and workable and actionable. And yeah, those are the 7 things I've outsourced. So sourcing, prepping, repricing, straight inventory, high pricing errors, bookkeeping, taxes, customer service, and updating my leads and Replin list. I'd love to know, is there anything that your team or your virtual assistants do to help you save time so you can focus on the highest leverage activities in your business? Would love to know. Hey guys, if you want any more help selling on Amazon, I have 2 ways that I can help you. Number 1, resellingfreedom.com. That's our membership site. We have 5 to 6 to 7 live coaching calls every week. We have a complete course. We have items that you can pick and sell, a community. It's a low monthly cost. We have 10 plus coaches, resellingfreedom.com. Or if you specifically just want to learn about eBay to Amazon flipping, I just launched the E2A Masterclass 2.0 with over 100 plus videos. I'm telling you right now, I am just so proud of how that course has developed over the last 3 years. We have tons of testimonials, 1,000 plus students. You can check that out at rakeandprofit.com/E2A Masterclass. I'll put links on the screen and also in the description. But with that being said, guys, love you all. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.